Top 10 Richest Sports Team Owners in the World in 2022. According to Forbes, there are now over 70 billionaires who own at least one team in a major sports league around the world. In today's society, it is hard not to associate money with the sport. It is becoming more and more frequent that wealthy billionaires are investing in franchises across the globe. We bring you the top 10 richest sports team owners in the world today. But before we enter into the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. Number 10. Shahid Khan. Net worth, $8.5 billion. Team, Jacksonville Jaguars. Shahid Khan bought the Jacksonville Jaguars for $750 million in 2011, fulfilling his self-proclaimed dream of owning an American sports team. Khan, the owner of Flex and Gate, an American automotive company, is worth an estimated $8.5 billion, according to Forbes. They even named him Face of the American Dream in 2012. Khan came to America at the age of 16 from Lahore, Pakistan, to attend the University of Illinois, where his love for American football initially manifested. In 2013, 2 years after buying the Jaguars, Khan purchased the Premier League soccer team Fulham FC. He also led the partnership to have the Jaguars play one game a year in London in 2013 as a centerpiece in the NFL's International Series. Number 9. Jerry Jones. Net worth, $9.1 billion. Team, Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Jones bought the Dallas Cowboys for $140 million in 1989, and the team has grown to over $5.5 billion in value under his ownership. Jones built his initial fortune through an oil and gas exploration business in Arkansas, Jones Oil, and land lease. He is worth an estimated $9.1 billion, according to Forbes. Jones is one of the few owners in sports to take on the general manager responsibilities of his team. To his credit, Jones is also one of the few owners to boast playing experience of his own as a running back on Arkansas' 1964 national champion team. There, he was teammates with Jimmy Johnson, whom Jones hired to be his first head coach after buying the Cowboys. Number 8. And Walton Cronkite. Net worth, $9.3 billion. Team, Denver Nuggets. And Walton Cronkite is the daughter of Bud Walton, who helped his brother, Sam, build Walmart into a retail giant. She inherited part of Bud's stake in the retailer when he died in 1995. She is the owner of the Denver Nuggets of the NBA and the Colorado Avalanche of the NHL. A registered nurse, Walton Cronkite is not involved in Walmart as a board member or an executive. Her husband is billionaire real estate and sports mogul Stan Kroenke. Number 7. Stanley Kroenke. Net worth, $10.7 billion. Teams, Arsenal, Los Angeles Rams. Colorado Rapids, Colorado Avalanche. Stanley Kroenke bought the St. Louis Rams for $750 million in 2010 and moved them to Los Angeles in 2016. The Rams are an asset of Kroenke's multi-sport empire Kroenke Sports and Entertainment, which includes the Denver Nuggets, the Colorado Avalanche, and Arsenal FC. He is worth an estimated $10.7 billion, according to Forbes. As part of the deal to buy the Rams in 2010, Kroenke had to give up control of his other teams to his son Josh Kroenke. Number 6. Philip Anschutz. Net worth, $10.8 billion. Teams, Los Angeles Kings, Louisiana Galaxy. Philip Anschutz led the group that bought the Los Angeles Kings in 1995 and is the principal owner. Anschutz is one of California's most powerful businessmen, owning companies in industries like energy, railroads, real estate, sports, newspapers, movies, theaters, arenas, and music. He is also a minority owner of the Los Angeles Lakers, the owner of the Staples Center, and the music festival Coachella. Anschutz is worth an estimated $10.8 billion, according to Forbes. Number 5. David Tepper. Net worth, $15.8 billion. Team, Carolina Panthers. David Tepper bought the Carolina Panthers in 2018 for an NFL record of $2.275 billion. The hedge fund manager became the richest man in the NFL when he purchased the team, as he's worth an estimated $14.5 billion, according to Forbes. Tepper also made Panthers head coach Matt Rule the highest-paid coach in the NFL when he signed him to a 7-year, $60 million deal in January of 2020. Number 4. Steve Cohen. Net worth, $16 billion. Team, New York Mets. Steve Cohen became the newest member of the Billionaire Sports Owner Club when he bought the New York Mets for $2.42 billion. Cohen is a hedge fund manager and lifelong Mets fan who is worth an estimated $16 billion, according to Forbes. He made a bold impression on fans and the media when he said he would be disappointed if the Mets didn't win a World Series in 3 to 5 years in his introductory press conference. Cohen's business life has also been the subject of controversy. Cohen was recently forced to temporarily deactivate his Twitter account after his family received threats due to backlash over the GameStop stock buying frenzy in January. Number 3. Robert Parra. Net worth, $19 billion. Team, Memphis Grizzlies. Robert Parra became the owner of the basketball team the Memphis Grizzlies in October 2012. He is the founder and CEO of wireless equipment maker Ubiquity Networks. Ubiquity, which had $1.2 billion in fiscal 2020 revenues, sells wireless broadband systems with a focus on emerging markets. He owns nearly 75% of the publicly traded firm. Parra started his career at Apple in 2003, and within 10 months of the job, founded Ubiquity. He started working at the company full-time in 2005. He holds degrees in electrical engineering and Japanese from UC San Diego. Number 2. Daniel Gilbert. Net worth, $30.9 billion. Team, Cleveland Cavaliers. Daniel Gilbert, a very successful business tycoon. And also by far, the most excelled owner in this entire list. Cleveland Cavaliers, a basketball team from Cleveland itself. He provides funds to his team from the company he invested in, Quicken Loans. With the pacing success of this company, Daniel also got a boost for himself, glorifying his status. His Cavs, founded in 1970, have won Champions Trophy, 5 conference titles, 7 division titles laying in their gallery. Quite massive achievements to drown Daniel with extraordinary wealth and fame. Number 1. Steve Ballmer. Net worth, $96.5 billion. Team, Los Angeles Clippers. Steve Ballmer bought the Los Angeles Clippers for a then-record $2 billion in 2014. The former Microsoft CEO's net worth has increased from $41.2 billion in 2014 to $76.30 since buying the team, according to Forbes. That makes him the richest owner in sports by an incomparable margin. But it also makes him worth more than the next 6 figures on this list combined. The former tech executive has become notorious for his loud, expressive, fan-like behavior at games. He doesn't hold back the emotional weight he puts behind his team's success like a stereotypically reserved billionaire. So there you have it. We hope you enjoyed our list of the top 10 richest sports team owners in the world in 2022. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss more videos of our top 10 richest people videos and much more. Check out this playlist of my top 10 richest list and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.